Hey guys, welcome to my look at Defiance 2050. I was invited to the closed beta and I decided, hey, why not share my thoughts with you guys? Now, originally, I was going to do a stream on it on Twitch and just run through my whole thoughts on the game and everything like that. But, um, not a little, like 40 minutes into my stream, I just had enough because, uh, 2050 is not a new game. If you're going into 2050, um, if you're going into 2050 thinking that you're getting Defiance 2, you're not. You're getting Defiance Remastered, or more like Defiance re-release. Um, because I can tell you right now, it is not a new game. So right off the bat, I can prove it to you with the starting cutscene. Um, if you have played Defiance before, you're gonna have noticed all this already.
Listen up, people! We just passed the Golden Gate. We'll be on site in less than 20. So you got 10 to secure the rest of that gear and get yourself strapped in for a landing. Repeat! 10 minutes until lockdown, people!
That's an unacceptable response. Must I remind you who I am?
What the hell is this?
I don't care what your protocol is. You're here to help me, so that's what I want you to
You're
do.
dismissed, Private. What's the problem, Von Bach?
You better get your men in line, Captain Grant. I want my equipment out of storage. My Ark Hunters and I depart as soon as we land.
The Earth Republic is in a limousine service. Your gear's locked up and we don't have time to dig it out. Now please, find your seat.
No offense, Captain, but I think your orders were to do as I ask.
My orders come from my superior.
So, with just that little view, you can tell that this game, is starting off on the same foot. If you look closely there in the background, you can even see some characters glitching around, which is another problem I have with this, but I'll get into that in a bit. So, in the character customization, we have the same races. You know, we have the human, male and female, Arathian, male, female, but we also have the Cassian male and female, which are available through DLC in the original. So you can kind of actually think of Defiance 2050 as a complete edition for the game, it seems. Then here is the classes we have. This part here is new. So the class system is a new thing. We have the Assault, Assassin, Guardian, Combat Medic. Unfortunately though, the Assassin, Guardian, and Combat Medic are locked for the closed beta. So I don't know if it works the way I think. The way I think it works is this is a DPS class, the DPS class, a tank class, and a healer class. And I think they are trying to make the game a bit more, I don't want to say generic, but standard MMO system like, you know? With the tank, DPS, and healer. But for the actual character customization itself, it is still as bare bones as the original. I don't know, because I haven't played the original in about 2 years, so I don't know if they increased the amount of character customization in
Soldier?
it. But I do think this game has a little bit more options, but not enough to really warrant, you know, as a selling feature. it's not as in depth as other MMOs. MMOs, go and play like it's it's not fair to compare games to Black Desert, but if you wouldn't compare this to Black Desert, this game basically has no character customization. And it looks to be the same thing as before, where you have to get special challenges done or buy from the shop to get the major looks of your character changed. But default wise, everyone pretty much looks pretty similar. And then you have your 3 different races, which I'm kind of disappointed in that we have still just the same 3 races instead of them adding in I forget what the race was called, but this is the synthetic race that was in Defiance. Or since the show's no longer going on, maybe they can have some more creative freedom and they can make their like a new race, like kind of more robotic, more like a robotic race instead of the synthetic race, because the synthetics race is still very human looking. But no, we get the same content that was in the original Defiance. Now, I'm not going to go through the tutorial for you and everything like that, because I already have a character that's just right away fresh out of the tutorial, so let's hop in his game. And you can see we're still in Mount Tarm, the original starting zone. The starting quests are the exact same. The rewards are the exact same.
Life on the new frontier.
Story's the exact same. There's just nothing new here for returning players of Defiance. There is, the same game we've played, and as a returning player, it's kind of jarring that this exists. Now, another thing that gets me scared about how similar these games are is if you look at my top left of my screen right now, I have a claimable item. Now, that could be one of 2 things. It can either be the closed beta tester title that comes to everyone who plays in the closed beta, which unfortunately I can't check if it is or not because the shop is closed for the beta, so I can't claim my claimable items. But it could possibly be that, or the more scary option, it could be my rewards from the original Defiance. It could be my I forget what they called, but it was like the pack rewards that you would get for the special edition. But yeah, it could be that. And if it is that, that's a scary thing. It just goes to show you how much of these games are the same. And it's not a good thing for me. Now, yeah, if you're playing Defiance, oops, got a little stuck there. Now, if you're playing Defiance, like, still, and you're playing till this day, Defiance 2050 is probably not going to be a problem to you. You're just going to log on one day, and Defiance 2050 is going to be there instead of Defiance, and you're just going to play in the same game. And, that's not a problem. But for players like me who have left Defiance because, we had the fill we had of it, and, we are, we're done with it, Defiance 2050 is not enough to bring us back. It is, like, we've already played this game, we've already had our taste of it, and we're done. And Defiance 2050 doesn't give us the new taste or new content that we wanted. It gives us the same content. It's in a slightly different package. Look-wise, visual-wise, it looks the same. I don't see much different at all. Um, it's definitely not like up to modern standard graphics. Uh, but you know that's not a problem with it. The main problem is if you're re-releasing the game and there's no new content, I would expect new updated graphics. But again, we don't have that either. So all in all, with Defiance 2050, um, I'm just disappointed. When I first got invited to the beta, I thought exactly I was going to get a new game. Like that one guy said in chat a bit earlier, I thought I was going to get a new game. But instead, I was given the same game with slightly tweaked class system, which, it's cool, it's interesting. I'm not going to come back and play the game because of it. And then um, the other problem I had with the game is for being like just like a remake, there's quite a bit of glitches. Like as you've seen in the starting cutscene, the one character was just kind of rubber banding in the background. Another glitch, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you because it's fairly common, I've seen, but it's not like guaranteed.
You can't touch me!
But we'll check it out if I run over here, start looking at people's faces. Let's see here. I think right off the bat, yeah, okay. His has loaded in, but when we were far away, when we were running up on him, his face textures weren't loading in. Let's see if we can find another one. His face is having trouble staying in the plane. Got my face right now. You can see it perfectly. Right there, it's phasing in and out. It's having trouble being a face. So this is a pretty common glitch I've seen. Your face just doesn't like the face sometimes. And, with a remake of a game, you'd think it would, have these problems ironed out. But, it doesn't. And, it's a bit annoying. Now, I know some people are going to say, hey, Dragonfire, it's a closed beta, like, it's not going to be perfect. And I completely understand that. For a new game that comes out, if you're having a closed beta, it is obvious it's going to have some glitches in it. But this isn't a new game. It is the same thing. So it's kind of just more of a letdown. So, we don't have new content. We don't have super updated graphics, and we have glitches. These three things together just all together add to me all together just leave a sour taste in my mouth. And that's my walkaway of my experience with Defiance 2050. Is just unimpressed. Now, if you are, like I said, if you are a daily player of Defiance, 2050 is going to be fine for you. My only concern for those type of players is what they're going to do with their characters when 2050 comes out. Because there's no way that 2050 is not replacing Defiance. It's so much so that the executable for 2050 is literally just called Defiance. And it has the same logo as the original Defiance. It's 100% just going to replace it when it comes out. Now, the problem that comes with the daily players is what are they going to do with their characters? Are they gonna just reset them to level 1 and you're gonna have to make a new character and go through 2050? And maybe give you some sort of reward for playing the original Defiance? Or they're gonna transfer your character 100% into 2050, which, you know, has its own set of problems with it. But if you're already a daily player, you're probably not gonna mind if they just transfer you over, because you'll just be doing the same thing, just in 2050. Now, so for returning players, for daily players, 2050 is not bad. But for returning players who left because there was nothing new, 2050 still doesn't offer you anything new. For players that have quit because, you know, there was nothing new for them and they were kind of just done with the game, there's still nothing new for you here. For players that, you know, didn't like the class system, you can come and check it out. That's pretty much the only change I've seen so far was the class system, so there you go. But for me personally, Defiance 2050 doesn't offer me enough to come back. I was looking forward to Defiance 2, but instead I was just given a quite lazy remaster of the original Defiance. So, you know, not to quote the Shark Tank, but I'm out. So I should have said Dragons then. That would have been so much more sense for me. But anyway, I've been Dragonfire, and this has been my kind of look at Defiance 2050. All in all, too long didn't read. Meh. Very meh. If I had to give it like a rating out of 10, I would give it maybe a 5 out of 10. Just go play the original Defiance. But anyway, I've been Dragonfire. Make sure you all just have a good day.